Hello everybody, thank you for joining me for this video, my last video of 2019. 2019 has gone so quickly, it's crazy how it's just flashed by, and there has been so many highs and so many lows, but this video I'm going to be focusing on all of the highs, all of the highlights of my 2019. So I'm really excited to share them in one video because there have been so many incredible memories and lots of countries travelled. So grab yourself a tea, coffee, water or smoothie and let's get into it. So 2019 started for me in Langkawi in Malaysia. I met some really lovely people at a hostel I was staying at. So we went to the beach and we watched all the fireworks. There were locals everywhere, the beach was full. And then we all stripped off basically and jumped into the ocean. And it was so lovely. And then what we didn't realise, actually, we were surrounded by bioluminescent plankton, which I love. So I went crazy and it was the best night ever. So that is how I started 2019. An incredible way to start the year. And then from Malaysia, I headed over to the Philippines, and whilst I was in the Philippines, I had the most amazing time of my life. And it's not just a highlight of 2019, for me it's a highlight of my life. It was an incredible experience diving with the thresher sharks in Malapascua Island. And if you ask me anything, oh, what's the best thing you've done, I will probably say this one thing, because honestly it was incredible. Getting into the ocean at sunrise, so it's still quite dark down there, and diving down to 30 meters to see these thresher sharks. Honestly, such an amazing experience, and I recommend it to anyone. It was actually a really big fear of mine. Even when I was doing my advanced diving, going down to 30 meters, I still would really panic, and I'd really have to focus on my breathing and control myself. And I was really, really nervous doing this dive. But I'm so glad I did it. I'm so glad I pushed myself, and I wouldn't say that I've got over the fear, but I'm definitely on my way to being more confident at diving. And just being surrounded by those beautiful creatures, when you're in that moment, your fear goes away. You know, it doesn't matter that you literally can't see the sun anymore and it's dark. It's just an incredible experience. So yeah, that is a really big achievement for me, that I actually did it, and I'm really proud of myself for that. And then when I'd finished in the Philippines, I headed back to Myanmar because I'd already been there previously, but I had some unfinished business to do because I really fell in love with the country and the people and the animals. So yeah, I went back to Myanmar and I spent most of my time at animal shelters, which I absolutely love doing. If you know me at all, you'll know that this is the thing that I love the most in my life. So Myanmar is such a big highlight for me, and raising the money that I did to be able to sterilise the dogs that we managed to get sterilised, and also help build 2 more enclosures. One enclosure was for some paralysed dogs that had been stuck in cages because there was no room for them to be in a bigger enclosure. And the other enclosure was for blind dogs because, again, there were lots of blind dogs that were also stuck in cages. So the fact that we were able to build those new enclosures for them meant we could free up cage space for dogs that needed medical treatment. So again, this is such a big achievement in my life, and I'm really proud that I was able to fundraise this money. And the fundraising is still ongoing, by the way. But yeah, I absolutely fell in love with that place. The animal shelter that really has my heart is Golden Heart Animal Rescue. It's just just outside Yangon. It's quite a long trip in the bus, to be honest, but it's definitely worth going. They have around 600 dogs, quite a few cats. I think maybe 80 cats or something. There was 1 monkey when I was there, a few pigs, some cows. They're really lovely people, and they're really trying their best with the little support and funding that they have. And I really hope that I can go back there one day and support them some more with the money that I have been fundraising, and see Dinosaur because I love her so much. If you want to adopt a dog, just let me know. Dinosaur needs a home. Thanks. After Myanmar, I headed straight back to probably my favourite country ever, Thailand, and did some more volunteering there as well. I revisited Elephant Nature Park, which is one of the animal shelters that I was living at for 9 months. So it really is such a big place for me. I love it so much there. It has so many memories, and I was just so happy to be able to go there and see some of the dogs that are still there who I absolutely love, like Fizz, and Mary was there, but Mary's now adopted. And also seeing Jojo, who unfortunately passed away a couple weeks after I had visited there, which was really emotional. But he was old. He lived a really good life in the end. But it was really nice to be back at the animal shelter where it all started for me. I don't know if you've seen the vegan journey video. I'll probably make another one soon. But basically, Elephant Nature Park is where it all came into realization for me, and that was the start of my vegan journey. So it's a really special place for me, actually. And then from there I headed down into Phuket and volunteered at Soy Dog Foundation for 10 days, which I had wanted to volunteer for a very, very long time, like so long, and I'd never got around to it, and then I made it happen. And I'm so glad I did. Such an incredible organisation doing the most insanely amazing work I've ever seen. And I'm so happy to have been a part of that and to witness it and to help out there as well. So I really hope that I can go back there in the future as well, because absolutely incredible place, incredible people, and incredible animals, obviously. Whilst we're on the topic of volunteering, obviously I've been to quite a few places, but one of my favourite animal shelters that I have been to is Animal Aid Unlimited in Udaipur, India. I love that place so much. I cannot tell you how much I love it there. It's incredible. All of the people that work there are so passionate, hardworking, caring. And when I was there was a massive storm. Ridiculous. Like, so many trees were falling down, and we all came in the next day and everyone got on cleaning up the shelter, cleaning all the wood that had fallen down and fixing any enclosures or shelters that needed fixing, making sure all the animals were okay. Yeah, an incredible place, and just the work that is being done there is incredible. I love it there so much, and my highlight of being there was obviously bottle feeding the baby cows who are unfortunately orphaned and don't have a mother. So we were bottle feeding them 5 times a day and watching them grow and watching them play. Yeah, absolutely amazing. One of the best things I've done in my life is volunteer at Animal Aid Unlimited. Okay, so another highlight of 2019 has to be visiting the Taj Mahal in India, because obviously you can't go to India and not visit the Taj Mahal. It had been on my bucket list for so long, I cannot tell you. And I got there. Amazing. The fact that I was there and I could see the building right there, and I went inside and looked around and just spent time there just reflecting and people watching, and yeah, I'm super stoked to have said that I've been to the Taj Mahal. And also a couple days after I visited the Taj Mahal, it was Holi festival, so I actually went up to Vrindavan, which is the birthplace of Krishna, so it's really, really holy for this festival, and went there and got absolutely covered in colour and water, and by the end of the day I literally had the colour powder in all of the holes of my body. My fingernails, my hands, all my scalp was stained pink for like weeks after. But it was absolutely incredible to be surrounded by all these people, so happy, everyone comes to the same area to celebrate. It was a really awesome experience. And obviously you can't go to India and not get sick, because the street food is so lovely. And whilst I was in Delhi, I found this little street food vendor and there was loads of people surrounding, and I walked up and everyone was staring at me, so I got this street food snack and it was delicious. and I became very, very sick. I was sick for about 2 weeks, and probably 1 week of that was me not being able to do anything. But despite being really sick, really weak, and not wanting to eat anything, not being able to keep anything down, I still climbed a mountain. Okay, well, it wasn't a mountain, but it was a very large hill, okay? So it was middle of the day, the most stupid time to decide that this is okay to climb a mountain. But I did, and even though it really, really hurt and I was regretting it so much as I was climbing this, bear in mind there was like no shade around. I look back at it and I see this was such a memory, the fact that I still managed to climb this mountain at my lowest point, like I was so sick. Just being there and overlooking the city of Jaipur, wow, absolutely breathtaking, honestly. Yeah, this has to be a highlight as well of 2019. Another highlight for me would be going into the Thar Desert in Rajasthan, India, and doing a jeep safari. Obviously, I'm not going to support doing a camel safari because it's unethical, and I believe that camels should be in the wild. And I was lucky enough to see camels in the wild whilst there. It was a mother and baby, and then there was another herd of camels as well. And they're protected by the government, so they are trying to keep a population of wild camels there. So yeah, that was really awesome to see. And then sleeping under the stars in the desert, in the middle of the desert, and just waking up to a beautiful sunrise and the dunes, and yeah, it was a really awesome experience, even though I didn't really sleep that much because it was super windy, and by the morning I woke up covered in the sand. It was still a really awesome time, and I would definitely do it again, and I definitely recommend you doing it as well. If you are going and you want to do something in the Thar Desert, please do not support camel safaris and instead do a different alternative like jeep safaris. And when I was in Goa, I met some really lovely people at an animal shelter that I volunteered at for a couple days. And we decided to hire a boat and go for a boat trip to see if we can find some dolphins. And we did find some dolphins, and it was incredible. There was a couple of adults and there were a couple of babies as well. And we managed to capture some footage on the drone. So it was just amazing just to see them, because when we were going out, I didn't expect that we were going to see dolphins. I knew that there were dolphins in the area, but I'm usually really unlucky with this kind of thing. We saw dolphins, and I love dolphins so much. So this was a huge highlight of 2019. There have been so many amazing memories of 2019, and I could be talking for ages about everything that I've been up to, all of the amazing things that I've seen, but there's just too many, and I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible. So one last highlight is that I moved to London, and I am now living in London. Like I never thought I would be doing this. So for me, this is a huge thing. The fact that I am here right now in London, I have a job, I have a nice place, I have amazing friends that surround me. I am living in London. I still can't believe it. Even though there's lots of downs here, and a lot of the time I'm like, why am I here? Or why am I even in England? Like, I ask myself every day, why am I here? But I have so many awesome memories so far, and I've not even been here that long. Yeah, I like living in London. That's so weird for me to say. And the fact that London is so amazing for vegans as well. There's a huge vegan community, there's so many vegan restaurants, and now I'm really getting myself into animal activism, and I'm meeting really incredible people this way as well. And I also feel that I'm actually still doing something, because that was my issue when I did first come back to England. I felt really annoyed with myself that I wasn't physically doing something for the animals. But now I see that I am, because I'm talking to the public, I'm talking to customers that come into work about veganism. And for me, I see that this is a big part of it. Education is huge. So I'm really happy to be in London, to be surrounded by this community and being involved with that. So yeah, I I love London. 2019 has been absolutely incredible, but it has gone really fast. So this is my last video of the year, and I hope to be making some more in 2020. I don't know what this year's going to bring. I have some plans coming up. I've been dabbling with some travel plans, but I don't have anything set in stone yet because my mind is like everywhere and I just can't focus on one thing at the moment. But I hope to do some more research and figure my life out, basically. I hope that 2020 can bring me something, some sort of, I don't know how to say, assurance? I hope that 2020 can bring me some kind of assurance. I don't know if this is a word, but I'm still very much like, I do not know what I want to do with my life, and I hope that 2020 can help me figure that out. I don't know. And I hope that some good things can come my way for this year as well, because 2019 brought some incredible things, but it also brought some really not so incredible things. So I'm hoping something good comes my way for this new year and this new decade. Yeah, anyway, I just want to thank you guys for coming along with me. If you've been here for a long time and you've been watching all my travel videos, I want to thank you so much for watching and being a part of my online community. And if you're not subscribed, maybe you could subscribe. Yeah, join me for the adventure of 2020. Fingers crossed it's going to be a good one. I want to wish you all a happy new year, and I hope that the new year brings you good luck, good health and happiness. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon.